No. There we go. Hello, everyone. I'm still going to be working on getting this edited down a little better, but welcome to Week 5 NFL Power Rankings. And, well, this was a pretty interesting week. I still had a above 500 week, but I'm still not into the 60%. But, you know what? I'm still doing pretty good. And the power rankings are starting to come together, but there's still some teams that are out of place that it feels like, but it's starting to come together. We are only 4 games in, we've got a lot of games to go, and the pieces will start to fall in place even more as the season goes on, but it really looks like some of the teams are starting to fall into place. Now, for the rules, you look at the combined score for the offense and defense from lowest to highest. If that's tied, or there's three more tied, you look at the best point differential to worst. If that's tied, you look at the win-loss record. If that's tied, you look at the win streak. If that's tied, you look at head-to-head. If that's tied, you look at schedule difficulty. And that's tied, do a coin toss. I don't know. So, 32nd, no questions. Miami Dolphins, the worst team in the league. They have the worst offense, scoring only 26 points. They have the worst defense, allowing 163 points with a negative 137 point differential. 4 games into the season. Oh, this team is horrible. They have the most points possible in the NFL power rankings. 64 points. Horrible team. Is there any questions about that right now they are the worst team in the NFL? No questions at all. They are the worst. At 31st, you get the Washington Redskins. They moved down into the power rankings. They are 0-4. They scored 66 points. That's tied for 28th in the NFL. And they have the second worst defense, allowing 118 points with a negative 52 point differential. With 50 in the combined score of the offense defense, it gives them 59 points, ranking them 31st in the NFL. The Washington Redskins have shown that they are a really bad team. Okay, at this point, it's going to take. They need to turn it around quickly. At this point, they have no shot at the division. They aren't making the playoffs. 0-4, 0-3. People count you out of the playoffs. You still have a shot, but the chances of you turning it around are pretty low. The reason why Texans was a great run last year is because we went 0-3, and then we went on the huge win streak. That doesn't really happen. Going from 0-3 to winning the playoffs doesn't happen very much. Texans broke records to make that happen. That's how impressive it was. Cincinnati Bengals, another 0-14. Playoff hopes gone. Cincinnati Bengals, they've scored only 57 points, 30th in the NFL, allowed 110 points, 28th in the NFL, with a 53 point differential. 0-4, 58 points. Cincinnati Bengals, season's gone. Just call it over. Call it as it is. They're done. Arizona Cardinals. At this point, yeah, call it done. No, they aren't 0-4 like the other teams, but 0-3-1. They haven't had a win yet. They're still winless. They've scored 74 points, 25th in the NFL. They've allowed 115 points, 29th in the NFL, for 54 points. Yeah, Cardinals, they aren't a very good team. Atlanta Falcons, another team that's not very good, though they do have a win. Though it's looking like that win was a mistake. The Atlanta Falcons have scored 70 points, 26 in the NFL, tied for that. They've allowed 99 points, almost 100, 22nd NFL, with a 29 point differential, 1-3, 48 points. The Atlanta Falcons season, I guess you want to call the season over. They do have a win here, but with the way they're playing, I don't see them turning it around. They lose to the Texans, yes, call the season over. 1-4, I'm sorry, season's over. Oakland Raiders. They moved up in the power rankings. They're 2-2. Their season's not over. They have a chance at a wild card spot. Division, no, but wild card, maybe. They are. They also did a person win. They have scored 79 points, 21st in the NFL. They have allowed 102 points, tied for 24th in the NFL, 23 point negative 23 point differential, 2-2, 45 points. Oakland Raiders did an impressive win last week, but who knows? They could be a good team. They did decent for a little bit against the Chiefs. They did do 2 wins. I didn't expect them to get those wins, but they weren't against super bad teams. They were pretty good wins. Who knows? This team may be mediocre. Denver Broncos. The next 0-14. This team has moved further down the power rankings. This team is not doing very well at all. They've scored 70 points, 26 in the NFL tied for that. They've allowed 93 points. It's 18th in NFL with a negative 23 point differential. An 0-4 record. Their season is done. 44 points. Yeah. Denver Broncos, their season is done. New York Jets. They haven't done anything this week. They had a bye week, but they moved up in power rankings because that's how bad the people around them were. Their offense moved farther down in 3 games, 33 points. But, they have a chance of moving it up. But the offense went down, obviously, because they didn't have a game, so they didn't score any points. Defense went up because, they didn't have a game, so the defense didn't have any points against them. But, yeah, so the offense is 33 points, 31st in the NFL. The defense, 70 points, 9th in the NFL, a negative 37 point differential, 0-3 record, 40 points. They moved up despite not having the game this week. Well, let's see how they do now. It's 0-3. You would consider the season done, but you never know. But yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers. They actually won. Who knows? I don't think they're gonna win the division, but they're only 1 game behind the Browns and the Ravens. So who knows? But they're 1-13. I don't know. Maybe they'll turn it around. I don't think so. I think it's going to be too little, too late. They're going to be short of the playoffs. The Pittsburgh Steelers. I wouldn't call their season dead yet, though. Their offense scored 76 points, 23rd tied. Defense has allowed 88 points, 14th in NFL. That's a negative 12 point differential, 1-3 record, and they have a tie for 37 points. And the Giants won the tiebreaker because they also have 37 points with the 16 offense, 21st defense because they have a better point differential. As a better, it's not as bad. Now the Giants have scored 87 points. That's 16th in NFL. And they've allowed 97 points. That's a negative 10 point differential. And with a record of 2-2, clearly they are better than the Steelers as of right now. Who knows? Who knows how they're going to do this week? Who knows how the Steelers are going to do this week? Anything can happen. I'm actually very, very interested in the Giants and seeing how they do. I'm mostly interested in seeing how the new quarterback plays. I don't think the Giants are a good team, but if they have a good quarterback, they're probably going to get some hope. But I don't think they're even if this quarterback's good, I don't think they're going to win the division and make the playoffs. But it's still going to be interesting to watch how this quarterback plays. The Indianapolis Colts. They moved down to 22nd place. They have 36 points. And their offense 94 points, 12th in the NFL. Their defense allowed 102 points, tied for 24th in the NFL, a negative 8 point differential. They are 2-2. In fact, in the AFC South, every team in there is 2-2. No team has a winning record, no team has a losing record. Every team in the AFC South is 2-2, just flat out. New Orleans Saints. New Orleans, however you say, New Orleans Saints. Their offense has scored 84 points. That's tied for 18th. The defense has allowed 92 points. That's 17th, a negative 8 point differential. How they have a 3-1 record and a negative point differential. Wow. Well, let's see how the Saints play this week. Let's see if they're able to get that point differential into the positive. They've scored 35. They have 35 points, and we will see how the Saints do further down the season, especially once they get Drew Brees back. The Philadelphia Eagles have fallen down. Okay, the Eagles, I don't see them winning this division. Okay, yes, Cowboys are my second favorite team. They're my favorite NFC team. But I'm just trying to be unbiased here. I don't see the Eagles winning this. I don't see the Giants aren't going to win it. The Redskins definitely aren't going to win it. And the Eagles, they still have a shot, but I don't see it happening. This is the Cowboys division to lose. With that in mind, they do have the tied for sixth offense, scoring 76 points. The problem mostly is their defense. Carson Wentz looked a little better, but I don't know. I still feel like something bad's going to happen to him. 78 points allowed for 27th. Negative 2 point differential, 2-2 record, and tied for 33 points. It was a three-way tie, I believe. Houston Texans beat the Eagles in the three-way tie with the 33 points because they have a even point differential with 78 points scored on offense and 78 points allowed in the 2-2 record. They have the 22nd best offense and the 11th best defense. Who knows? So, tied for 33 points. And the team that won the three-way tiebreaker, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Somehow, in week 4, they're able to garner enough points to get the third best offense, the third best scoring offense at 123 points. They have the 30th worst defense, though, at 117 points. That gives them the 33 points and a 2-2 record. But somehow in week 4, they got that super awesome. They gathered enough offense for that. The 2-2 record, plus 6 point differential. Buccaneers, don't enjoy that enjoy this for now. You're not going to have it for long. Cleveland Browns, impressive win, making a move up the power rankings. 31 points in a tie. 15th best offense now at 89 points. The 16th best defense now at 91 points allowed. Negative 2 point differential, 2-2 record. Extremely good win. Okay, impressive win. Okay, this Browns team might be second in the division like I predicted, or they could win it. Who knows? But the Browns, they seem to have two motives. Either they suck or they're really, really good. Let's see how they play next week. Are they going to beat the second one or the really good team? And with that, we get to the halfway point. And so starting off the midway point, starting off the top half of the teams, we get the Jacksonville Jaguars. They won the tiebreaker against the Browns because they have a negative point differential. Jaguars have a 0 point differential. So Browns were that close to being in the top half after that. But Jaguars barely beat them out, scoring 84 points and allowing 84 points. That's a 0 point differential. Tied for 18th best offense, 13th best defense, 31 points. And honestly, the Jaguars, Minshew, I'm interested in how he's going to play because he actually looks like he could be a good quarterback in the future. Los Angeles Rams, they have the 5th best offense with scoring 117 points. The 26th worst defense at 104 points allowed. With a plus 13 point differential. A 3-1 record, 31 points. They won that tiebreaker against the Jaguars. Somehow they lost. I don't know how, but they lost this week. They should be 4-0, but they're 3-1. Well, what can you say? That moved them down the power rankings. I expect them to move back up. And in 14th, we get the Chicago Bears. They are 3-1 now. Are they? Or are they 2-2? I don't know. 66 points. Tied for 28th. Allowing 45 points. Second best defense. The second best defense. That's what's winning them the games. It's the defense. A 21 point differential. 30 points. The Bears. I don't believe they're 3-1. I think they're 2-2. No, it's probably 3-1. I need hold on. The Detroit Lions. They have scored 97 points. Uh, they're that's tied for ninth in NFL, a top 10 offense. Their defense is allowed 95 points. That's 20th in NFL, a plus 2 point differential. A 2-1-1 record. They have a winning record as of right now. That's 29 points for a tie. And they lost it because the Buffalo Bills have a plus 13 point differential with their 29 points. They have scored 76 points, which is 23rd tied for that. And they have a top 10 defense, allowing 63 points. That's tied for 6th in the NFL. Plus 13 point differential, which gave them the win. And they moved down in power rankings after the loss to the Patriots, which honestly, if I had some bias, I would have moved them up in the power. I would have had the Bills kind of like low, not in the top 10. But then after the loss to the Patriots with how close it was, I would have nudged them into the top 10 somehow. Because the Bills, yes, it was a loss, but that was an impressive loss. Green Bay Packers. 11 still out of the top 10. If they were 1, they would have been. That's 85 points, tied for 17th. Not tied. The 17th best offense, allowing 69 points. The 8th best defense, still a top 10 defense. Plus 16 point differential, a 3-1 record, 25 points. Green Bay Packers could have won that last game. They probably should have won. Their offense looked better. Their defense looked worse. Let's see. Maybe, I don't know. They're still 11th though. They haven't fallen. And now we get to the top 10. We're the top 10 teams who are looking for the playoffs right now. Top 10. First, the Los Angeles Chargers. They have scored 90 points. That's 14th in the NFL. They've allowed 74 points. That's 10th in the NFL with a plus 16 point differential, a 2-2 record, tied for 24 points. The Los Angeles Chargers could have a better record, but it's still early on in the season. And it's not just the record we're looking at. We're looking at the offense and the defense, and the Chargers' offense and defense make them rank 10th in the NFL with 24 points. The Minnesota Vikings are in 9th place with scoring 84 points with the tied for 18th offense and allowing 63 points, which is tied for 6th defense. A plus 21 point differential, which allowed them the edge over the Chargers with a 2-2 record and a 24 points. And then the Baltimore Ravens, 8th in the NFL, in a 3-way tie here. What a way to start the top 10, a 3-way tie. They have tied for the best offense at under 35 points, but the 23rd best defense, a 23rd ranked defense at 100 points allowed. But they do have a plus 35 point differential with a 2-2 record. So there's that. Baltimore Ravens. I do believe this team is still a top 10 even with the 2-2. So there's that. I could be wrong. They could fall out. Who knows? But I do think they're well placed here, even though they're 2-2. We will see though. The Seattle Seahawks. They are 3-1. They have scored on 3 points. That's tied for 8th best offense. They have allowed 89 points. It's a 15th and ranked defense. A plus 14 point differential, a 3-1 record, and a 23 points with the tie. The Panthers won that tie with a 15 point differential. They have 23 points with the 11th ranked offense and the 12th ranked defense. The offense have allowed 95 points, and the defense has the offense has scored 95 points. The defense has allowed 80 points. And honestly, this team could be good without Cam Newton. With Cam Newton, this team is probably going to regress back if he comes back and they allow him back in. But as they let the backup play, this team could actually be good. Who knows? Let's just find out. This is going to be a really interesting game next week against the Jaguars, against another potentially good backup player who could. This is going to be a really interesting game next week. But let's move on to the top 5. Which teams, as of right now, looks like they could be going to the Super Bowl? Well, first, obviously, the Kansas City Chiefs, with the first tied for first best offense, scoring 35 points, but tied for 19th in defense, 4 points allowed. But the offense is giving them all the wins. Plus 41 point differential, a 4-0 record, 20 points. The Tennessee Titans. This team I do not believe should be up here. This is a team, I don't know. They should not be up here. Their wins are just dominating wins, and their losses aren't dominating enough for them to even out. So they have the 13th ranked offense with 91 points scored, and the 5th ranked defense with 62 points allowed. And a positive 29 point differential. And this is all with a 2-2 record. 18 points. Tennessee Titans should not be ranked up in 4th place, but they are based on how this works. And we will see how things evolve from here. Next, we get to top 3. Who's the most likely going to win the Super Bowl here? Who gets the bronze medal in this case? Well, it's the San Francisco 49ers. We will see if they still deserve this spot, but having the bye week gave them a bit of a benefit, even though it gave them benefit to their defense, not their offense. But even with the bye week, their offense is still ranked 10th, scoring 96 points. And with the bye week, their defense is ranked 3rd, allowing 54 points. A 42 point differential, they're 3-0. The 49ers, as much as I don't like to admit it, look like a really good team this year, so far. And who gets the silver medal? The Dallas Cowboys again. The offense has fallen down a little bit. They aren't undefeated anymore. They are 3-1. But the offense is still ranked 7th in the NFL with 107 points scored. And the defense is still ranked 4th, allowing only 56 points. A top 10 offense, top 10 defense, obviously a top 10 team. This team is ranked 2nd with a 51 point differential and 11 points. And who gets the gold? Well, obviously, as of right now, it's the New England Patriots. They don't have the best offense right now. It's only ranked 4th. Oh, man, so bad. A 4th ranked offense at scoring 122 points. Well, they also have the best defense overall, allowing only 27 points in 4 games. That's a 95 point differential, 4-0, 5 points. This Patriots team is really, really good. And right now, at the end of the year, the contenders for winning the Super Bowl will probably be the 49ers, the Cowboys, or the Patriots. 2 NFC teams or 1 AFC team. The Patriots still dominate the AFC. That's what it looks like. But let's just keep on watching. Let's go on. Let's find out where they rank by the end of the year. This has been Week 5 Power Rankings.